Hello everyone, Gaara here and welcome to a new deck tech video. Today I'll be talking about a deck that many people have been asking me on the stream. Like, I used decks last season in the end. I used my Hunter deck to climb and I used this priest deck. I call it the Hunter Counter. Yeah, I've been talking to Colento and to Hyped and some others, like what is the best class to counter Hunter. And it comes down to Miracle Rogue, Priest, Warrior, and Token Druid. And Priest is probably the most effective counter to Hunter. And yeah, I built this Priest deck, and yeah, I just put in a lot of cards that are strong against early game aggression and mid range. And yeah, this deck I made it so I don't just beat Hunter, I want to beat Zoo as well, and if possible, I don't get absolutely ruffle stomped by Miracle Rock, which is usually the case. Like, you don't want to face a class and lose by default. So yeah, I'm going over the deck list here. I'm playing the double circle feeling. It is important for the Auchenai. Clearing mainly. This is why, yeah, only most of the time, if you don't have the cleric to draw additional cards. I don't play the Angel Blade Master, so this is basically a flame strike for 4 mana with the Auchenai. Silence, this is a very interesting card and very important. Yeah, if you play 2 copies of it, you might end up having hands with 2 silences in your hand, which you never want. This is a card I used to combo with Holy Fire, for example, to kill a Hymen in turn 6. Because it costs 0 mana, this is an interesting combo. It is basically surviving, healing up, dealing with his board, and then, yeah, killing both Hymens. If you are able to deal with both Hymens, then you will most of the time win the game. It all comes down to having the answer, and this deck has plenty of answers for the Hymens. Yeah, the silence plus Holy Fire is one of them, and sometimes you can use the silence to kill haunted creepers or buffed cards with the Houndmaster. Yeah, so there's like plenty of minions where silence is good right now. So there's, yeah, nothing to say about the silence effect, just this card. It's very important that it has 0 mana and that you can combo it with the Holy Fire to beat that turn 6 Hymen play. Powered Shield to draw cards to combo with the Paramancers and the Clerics. The Clerics is one of the cards I mulligan for in the opener because the new Hunters have no way to deal with it. They play Haunted Creepers, Crazed Scientists, Undertakers, Web Spinners. All those cards will give you additional card draw with the Cleric. So Cleric plus Powered Shield, same with Zombie Chow. Zombie Chow plus Powered Shield. All power plays where a Hunter can't deal with in the early game. The Paramancers for the board clear, don't waste them. Like, Paramancer Silence is sometimes also a very nice combo. Yeah, you can, yeah, this is basically it. Playing a lot of spells, clearing the board with the Paramancer, very key card. 2 Shadow Deaths, another way to deal with Hymens. Yeah, it's also nice that it kills lores. And yeah, a lot of people play Control Warrior because they try to counter Hunters with, yeah, Warriors. And yeah, so this is also a very good card. So it's interesting compared to the past. Shadow of Death is not a dead card in almost no matchup. Against Zoo, they play the Doom Guards, a lot play the Void Terrors. There's like a lot of minions you can kill with the Shadow of Death. So playing 2 Shadow of Deaths is core. Double Fort Steel to have a decent chance to beat control decks. You can get with Fort Steel, sometimes you get Isera Grommash, we've seen it all. You can get crazy cards. Against Hunter you can get like Unleash, spells, Hunter's Mark even. You really have to consider what you can get, and all those cards you can use to combo with the Pyromancer or clear his board or play your own Highman or whatever. Dark Cultist, it's just one of the 3 best 3-drops in the game, insanely strong on the board. If it stays on the board, which, like, it doesn't die to bow, which is really important, and it has to be kill commanded, and if your opponent uses a kill command to kill it, he doesn't have the 5 damage to burst you down, which is very nice. and if it survives, you can sacrifice it and buff your Pyromancer or whatever, your Auchenai, so it stays on the board. It's a very nice card. Auchenai to clear the opponent. In turn 6 you can use the Auchenai, but like turn 6 is really the crucial turn when he plays the Hymen. You can play the Auchenai, and yeah, and do the hero power to deal 2 damage and then the circle. So very nice card. The Spellbreaker, it's another silence. This is a card like you don't have many turn 4 plays, just the Auchenai, and usually you want to save this card for the board clear. So you have an additional silence to deal with the early game minions you want to silence. The Crazed Scientist, Mad Scientist? Mad Scientist. The Mad Scientist. I don't know why I call him Crazed Scientist, but yeah. Mad Scientist and a Web Spinner sometimes, a Houndmaster targets. There's just so many targets, another Hymen. There's just so many targets you can silence right now. Really, like X when you play against Zoo. It's just a very important card. I would even consider playing 2 Spellbreakers. Yeah, it's just insanely strong. Holy Nova is like, yeah, better than ever. There's just so many small stuff you can kill with Holy Nova. There's so many people who play aggro. The Harrison Jones, yeah, it's just an additional nice card to make it easier to win. It doesn't necessarily win you the game, but it makes it easier. It's bad against control decks, most of them, because they don't play weapons. But yeah, if you get it, the thing is, I don't want to lose by default against the Miracle Rogue. That's one important thing. This is also the main reason why I play Lord Tap instead of a second Sludge Belcher. Against Hunter, probably second Sludge Belcher is better than Lord Tap, but when you play ladder, you don't want to just beat one deck, you want to counter one deck, but you want to have a decent chance to beat other decks. So Harrison Jones and Lord Tap help me a lot to beat Miracle Rogue, because Miracle Rogue is a very difficult matchup for Priest. So that's why I'm playing those 2 cards, and it's good against Warriors, good against Paladins, good against, yeah, Hunters, if you have it. The thing is, you need to draw it, and your opponent needs to play a weapon. Yeah. So that's the thing. So you really have to know if the meta game right now is good enough for Harrison Jones. Like if people don't play weapons, then Harrison Jones is a bad card, and you can remove it and play for another good card, which would be Shadow Madness. I think Shadow Madness is very good if the decks you're facing is very mid-rangey or early aggression. If it has a tendency to be like very control heavy, goes more to control heavy, then Shadow Madness is not such a good card. But yeah, you can steal Sludge Belchers, and almost everyone plays Sludge Belcher, so Shadow Madness. The thing is always what to remove. I think all those cards are very nice. It's just the version I played, and it worked out well for me. The Lord Taps, yes, one Sludge Belcher is just insanely difficult to remove, and a Taunt, and it's, yeah, Taunt is very nice to have. Holy Fires to heal yourself. It's very important to play 2 copies of this card. It's like a lot of heal. 5 heal is a lot. And it deals with the Hymens, it deals with big creatures. There's just so many targets Priest can't kill otherwise than with Holy Fire. Cabal Shadow Priest is just also another win condition. You steal very important cards from your opponent and you take them over and they're yours. And the Sylvanas, this is a card I was thinking about. Like, I'm very weak. I played 1 Mind Control in this deck. So I did beat control warriors, like, even when it comes down to fatigue. If you just steal the most important card and they have to deal with it and they're out of options. So, but Sylvanas is not that important of a card to beat like a warrior, hunter, and against Zoo or something like that. Against Zoo or Ken would probably even be better. But I keep this card, it's sometimes very nice. It's like, instead of Sylvanas, there could be like a Ragnaros or whatever. I could change this card. Like, this card is not absolute core or anything. It's just Sylvanas is the strongest control card in the game because of the way how her effect works now. So yeah, I want to have something strong, like another win condition. And it's, yeah, if you have like really no answer left for Hymen, it's another way to deal with a Hymen. You play it and you trade and you steal a 2/2. Yeah, just like a lot of ways to deal with a hunter, even if he has a perfect curve. So this is the deck I was using. people were asking me about it, and yeah, I beat Hunter with it. So yeah, I hope season reset was yesterday, and this new season, and let's see if I will face some hunters and show some games.